Back in the, hey, what's up again? Back up in the cell, the chamber. On my clairsentience video, I was talking about like don't be clowning on me. Talking about where she at. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about this back here. Don't worry about this back here. We got some remodeling going on. I'm not in no cell. I'm not locked up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not at remote location. Well, I am at remote location for some of y'all, but it ain't that type of remote location. You know what I'm saying? This ain't future. So BSMM B.S.M.M. I wonder what that stands for. You asked the question of Aries and Cancer relationship. Interesting. What? Cancers? What? Y'all dare to go there? Really? Okay. Cancer and Aries. I gotta take a pause. Hold on for a second. Hold on, because somebody at my door. Dang, I'm back. I had to take a quick shot before I did this one. Mm. Okay, so I'm okay. I'm gonna start in the place of, because we gotta look realistic at these connections or these combinations that we talk about. Can't be. You gotta come with the real. You know what I'm saying? Not the roses and the flowers. Is the roses and the flowers the same thing? Not the honey and the bees, the flowers and the bees. Although there could be some bees and honey, that type of thing. The talk. Okay, let me stop. Okay, no, let's look at. I think that this Aries and Cancer's relationship could be a bit difficult, to be honest. There's a lot of shutdown, because like I kind of feel like a Cancer will shut down because and choose to kind of like not, you know what I'm saying? Aries is kind of like go, 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 now, 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 me, I. And this is not coming down on the Aries. This is just the energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. Unless they're aware of their behavior. You know what I'm saying? It's Aries would be to tend to be more about the self. Cancer is more about the other person. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like the person that will suffer the most in this situation is probably Cancer, because Aries may not. It's not that Aries don't care, but they may not be aware enough to consider what you want, Cancer. In a sense, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that they can't. Now, don't. I'm not saying that Aries can't. But Cancer, let's look at you. You're more of an emotional sign. And I'm talking like you're more of security, about what you can offer others. Okay, how they can help you as well. Um, where you can find security. And it's not necessary, it could be financial too, but I'm just saying it's more along the lines of like in situations that you can trust. I feel like even if they not necessarily trustworthy. Okay. So this is the thing. Because of that, I feel like there could be a lack of mutual trust only because, and I'm talking like in a sense, I'm not even talking about cheating necessarily. I'm talking about in the sense of like Cancer to feel like I can't really trust Aries with what I'm feeling, you know what I'm saying, to really take care of me. Or remember, it's not physical necessarily, it's emotional, it's security. And I'm talking like security on an emotional level, like the relationship. Yeah, the relationship. You see what I'm saying? It's that, because okay, when a cancer opens up and puts itself out there to be like, look, Aries, this is how I feel, you know, because I feel like you're not listening to me. I feel like you're disregarding what I'm saying, what I want, what I need, what I'm asking for. And Aries is kind of like, huh? Like, I'm no, I'm not. I just bought you a new pair of shoes. Like, what are you talking about? And you're like, no. That's not what I'm talking about. Like, are you hearing about, are you getting the fact about how I feel? Okay. And so whenever you have like a communication shutdown, it's like a communication, um there's a gap of communication. You get what I'm saying? There's a gap of understanding there that needs, it has to be bridged. It's like a communication breakdown because the cancer is gonna feel like I'm like it needs to go back into its shell to protect itself. And then doing that, how does cancer really express itself? Like, I know cancers go in their shell anyways, but still, you know what I'm saying? There are certain signs and situations that cancers, they do feel safe and they do feel like they're being heard whenever a cancer. And I'm telling you, because like from what I've observed, cancers don't have a problem with saying how they feel. You know, it's not, that's not the issue. The issue is, am I being appreciated? Am I being understood? Are you getting it? You see what I'm saying? And Aries has a hard time picking up on that. I mean, it just is what it is. It's like two different ways of communicating or expressing themselves, two different ways. And I feel like it can work. It's just going to take work. It has to take work. It has to take like both people understanding, and being willing to change certain aspects of themselves and how to operate in a relationship. Because like cancer could easily be like, look, in Aries, y'all can sit down and y'all can be like, look, this is the thing. Why don't we agree, okay, to disagree about the way we understand each other? And just say this: why don't we try to put in effort? You know what I'm saying? Like, when I tell you, like, Aries, what's important to you? What do you want? Do you feel like you want out of a relationship with me? How do you want me to see or understand you? Because it is not necessarily about changing a person, because I think that's, those chances are slim to none. You got to be willing, both people have to be willing to change themselves, you know, and to change certain actions, not your whole identity, you know. And then Aries, you got to be willing to be like, look, Cancer, what what do you, you know what I'm saying, what do you need, what do you like, what do you want out of a relationship with me? Okay, like, what would you want me to understand about you? That's a better question. And it has to be worked at, and you got to try, because if not, one is going to always be worried about, am I stepping on the other one's toes? Okay, am I saying this right? Am I doing this right? Because see, Aries could kind of feel like, I'm not, what am I doing? You know, Aries could just be like, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, all I'm doing me. Like, I'm minding my business, but I'm showing up. You know, like, I get you everything that you asked for. I try to work hard for you. You get what I'm saying? And Cancer is kind of like, okay, that's great and all, but I just feel like what I'm saying is being dismissed. So Aries could possibly feel like, dang, I'm on pins and needles walking around here. You know, I can't even, I don't even know. Should I step right here? Should I step in this place? The board may squeak too loud. You see what I'm saying? Pins and needles, okay? And due to the misunderstandings, due to the mistrust that creates, think about it. Communication is the gap, or the bridge that bridges the gap between, and yes, I have a gap in my teeth. Because I'm telling you, people be saying some crazy comments sometimes. But communication is the thing that, and understanding is the thing that bridges the gap when two people or two different situations ain't seeing eye to eye. You know, you get what I'm saying? But how do you get that communication going when when both people are kind of shut down? You gotta work at it. You gotta get a mutual understanding. Now, I think that the good thing about this is when they're both mature, or when they're both really ready to contribute equally for change, right? Oh, what is this? People texting me. Yeah. Um, and it's a steady process. I feel like it's a steady process. Like when both people are there and mature and ready, and ready to contribute equally to change the situation around. I feel like patience, I feel like understanding is needed to put any type of misunderstandings to rest. And you have to create a groundedness within your relationship with each other. Like, for instance, we talked about this. Like, what do we need to do? Okay, so every Wednesday, let's have date night or talk night or chat night. So you can keep up on the communication and understanding. And if that's too much, I feel like it's important to have a common, I say this anytime in relationships, period, but it has to be like a common understanding for each other. And with that common understanding, it's easier to pick up on your partner and what they may want and what they may need at the moment or the time. You know what I'm saying? But oh, okay, yeah. Maybe Aries could be like, okay, yeah, maybe I'm being a little bit selfish right now. Cancer, how you feeling today? You know, Cancer could be like, you know what? Maybe I could come off today, for the day. I could come off like, you know, my mood retreating, you know, and about the way I feel about a certain situation, and just like go hang out with them, go hang out with her, go chill, lay back, go kick it, some kind, you know what I'm saying, and just put that to the side. I will say this though, Aries, because I'm not by far saying that Cancer is a doormat. That's not what I'm saying, because I feel like Aries, if you mess with a Cancer right and rub a Cancer the wrong way, you go get told off. Okay, because see, Aries could be really intimidated. Like Aries could snap and just literally go ham. Okay, we talking about Mars here. And a Cancer could be sensitive to that because they don't really want that happening. So they're gonna try to make the Aries feel okay. But Aries, if you come at the Cancer the wrong way, you gonna get it. Because it's not, when I'm saying that Cancers is about their feelings, I'm talking like they just are like, look, you know what? You know how I feel? I feel like I'm being disrespected. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm being taken advantage of. I feel like you don't appreciate me. That's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about that I feel. You know what I'm saying? They don't mind saying that the way they feel. Okay? And I'm not, yeah, and Cancers could be sensitive too. Yeah, I know. I understand all that. All right. So I'm going to start right there, and I want to say thank you guys. And just feel free to comment below. Throw me some more questions. Whatever. Put it in my treasure chest. Okay. And yeah, you can email me at butterfly2light, the number 11 at gmail.com. Peace.